Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Halftime Report. And boy, do I have a shitload to say. I'm your host, Mr. Moohead, as we walk you through halftime on the Cleveland Browns Baltimore Ravens halftime show, compliments of Moohead Radio. Oh, where do I begin? Where do I begin in all of this? Well, why don't we start with all of you people who want Gregg Williams to continue to be the head coach of this team? Go fuck yourselves. Listen to me. I'm right. Okay? Anybody who comes up with this game plan, fuck it. Fuck it. It's the wrong game plan. Let's go into a hurry up offense and make sure that they get the ball more often. Let's not play Nick Chubb. Let's choose this week to play the little running back. And I've had experience against this kind of offense before. Back when I was in high school, Gregg Williams, the great inventor of his own history. Yeah, he looked prepared for this, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Yeah, boy. You couldn't coach worse. You couldn't coach worse. We still got Greg Joseph on the roster, though, don't we? That's a coaching decision, too. You want him, you can have him, but don't ruin my football team with him. Why don't you invite him over to your house and have him fuck your wife? I don't want him and his 17-31 career head coaching record. This is why you come out and you have a chance to play a team heads up, and instead you resort to trickery. That's right. You come out admitting that you can't really run the offense you want, so you run a hurry-up offense for the beginning of the fucking game. How's that for brilliant, folks? I'm going to go over to the chat room right now. All right. Hi to Kevin Lears. Hey, General Doc, how you doing? Gemini 605. Brian, how you doing? Bronk. It's like watching Mike Pettin again, this coaching. You got that right. We have no chance to win, so we might as well just go ahead and draw it up in the fucking dirt. Why the hell not? Oh, the only plus, no sacks on Baker. Baker's great, but he needs help. Jarvis, are you listening? Jesus Christ almighty. Jesus Christ almighty. Please. Make it stop, dear Lord. Make it stop. Jarvis Landry. Boy, what a route he took to that ball. Don't you think? I think he was amazing. I think that it hit him in the head. The only time I ever saw that happen was to Jose Canseco against the Indians when a ball hit him in the head in right field and went over the fence for a home run. Here's another thing I want to question in all of this, because I think that it's really fair that I question this. When you have a goal line play like that, why do you side with the offensive team? How do you blow it dead and call that a touchdown when you don't fucking know? Why don't you let the play out, let them run it back all the way, and if it's a touchdown, you reverse it on replay? Isn't that what replay is supposed to be for? He can bless my dick. Bless him. But isn't that what replay is? We call it on the field in real time, but if we miss it, we can overturn it. Oh, no. Oh, no. The funny thing is, it could have been 27-7. It could have been 20-14. Twice. If Landry catches the pass and if Peppers is allowed to run the other way. And then it could have been 20-10 if we had a kicker who wasn't an alcoholic. Which way do I kick the ball? Foster Brooks is our place kicker. Unbelievable. The fact is that this whole replay thing and this whole blowing the whistle thing, it's all a bunch of horseshit. But let's really get down to the brass tacks. That Gregg Williams doesn't know how to coach. That's the brass tacks of this. Oh, Jay Morgan comes in and says, forgive me if I'm wrong, but when Cleveland's offense comes off the field, their defense is supposed to go out there. That's right. And when you're not prepared, you know that two things are going to happen because I've watched this team the last 6 weeks, and that is that the quarterback is going to hand the ball off up the middle, and you're going to be influenced by the blocking. And we already went over this on the fucking Friday show, and I already told you what was going to happen because Greg Williams' defenses could only overcommit. They have no gap integrity, and they block the way they're going to block. They run back the other way. They end up getting what they want, and the Browns over pursue. The Browns are slow, and the Browns don't tackle particularly well, but conceptually, from a defensive perspective, the Browns were not prepared to play defensively in this football game. And that's really a shame because you have 6 weeks of tape on this young man. And look, and I'm not taking anything away from this quarterback. What I'm telling you is it can't succeed long term. Somebody will find something. Somebody a lot smarter than Greg Williams will find something, and he'll end up in the scrap heap, just like every other quarterback who tried this. They will end up injured and convinced that they have to become a pocket passer. Lamar Jackson will be no different, but boy, he is breathtaking with his speed, is he not? I mean, wow. And you're right, Bronk. Jamie Collins, what a sack of shit. But I mean, we can't run with Lamar Jackson. Let's be honest about it. I mean, they beat you without passing the football because of that threat. And right now, we don't have any way to stop that threat. And it's really too bad. The Baker should have had another touchdown pass if Landry catches the ball. Why Chubb isn't playing, God only knows. We've been screaming that Duke Johnson isn't playing, so now Duke Johnson is in the whole fucking game. I don't get it. Why do we even return kicks? I have no idea. Just take the knee and just take it out on the 25. You never get past there anyway, and you get a penalty 90% of the time. It doesn't make any sense to me. Goodness gracious. Our D is last in the NFL. It will continue to be last in the NFL if this schmuck is maintained as head coach, because all of his defenses statistically every year of his career are challenged. And I won't be questioned, and I won't shut the fuck up, and I'm not going to be intimidated by people who say, I'm going to unsubscribe to your show. Why don't you subscribe to my penis, okay? I know what I'm talking about. This guy has a track record. I mean, if you don't get turnovers, because everything about Greg Williams' defense is to rip and claw, not to tackle. Don't you see that, folks? We don't tackle soundly. These people aren't being coached. They're hoping that they're going to be able to just strip the ball, and it's not good enough. We're being manhandled consistently this season at the line of scrimmage, and we're giving up way too much rushing yardage. We don't need this guy as a coach. Chubb only 6 carries for 29 yards. What the fuck? That's right. That's right. That's how you reward your best players, right? Right. And Baker, I feel badly for because nobody showed up around him. It's just yeah, go for the legs at least and miss, right. No, actually, on the sidelines, guy catches a sideline pass, and instead of ramming him out of bounds, we back off him and he gets 4 extra yards. That's typical of what we're seeing here today. It is absolutely wrong. The Ravens offensive playbook, run. That's right. And you knew it coming into the game and you didn't prepare for it. But we're slow. Let's be honest about it. Our linebackers don't run well enough. Schobert is not fast enough. Collins is lazy. We don't have, and Avery's a strong fellow, but he doesn't move that quickly. We're slow. And part of the reason that Lamar Jackson looks as fast as he is because, well, he's as fast as he is. And the other reason is we're slow. So there you have it. R. Jones in the chat room, Landry trying to catch those balls off his face mask like in Little Giants. Yeah, it's just, is Baker's hand okay? I don't know. I mean, it'll be well enough for him to jerk off after the game, but he's not getting any help out there. Our linebackers are getting torched in this game. I mean, they're being exploited. And it's like I said on Friday, it's the same thing over and over. How many big plays to their wide receivers? Zippity-doo-dah. How many over the middle to their tight end? A gazillion. But what passes they throw go over the middle to the tight end. It's the same thing that I've watched for 6 weeks, and nobody on the Browns coaching staff prepared for it. And, and no, they don't seem interested because I think that this is an inexperienced team and they walked into a situation and the Ravens were not going to just lay down. You have to keep pressure on. Evangelos is saying, in Landry's defense, those catches that go right over the head are the hardest to make. That's what you call body adjustment. The guy is making a ton of money. I mean, this is not a defense of anything. You lose sight of the ball for a minute. It's like being a center fielder. I get it, Evangelos. You're right in one regard. Being a center fielder, the over-the-shoulder catch, you got to get a jump on the ball. But you've got to get a beat on the ball first to find out where it's going, and he had plenty of time to do that. And unfortunately, it does not there's no excuse for it. Wable says, has your knee regressed, Boo? No, it has not regressed. But sitting at a desk with my leg bent is counterindicated for the knee replacement procedure. It stiffens the knee and it sends all the blood flow down the leg and swells the leg up. This way, I have my legs right out in front of me in the bed. I've been icing, and I keep the swelling down. That actually improves my range of motion. Thank you for asking, though. I appreciate it. Cleveland.com has an article saying Williams not expected to be named full-time coach, according to Jay Glazer and NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. Also saying Lewis will be out in Cincinnati. Yeah, well, there's no reason for Greg Williams to be named head coach. And, he shot his mouth off before the game that he had experience defending against this type of thing, because somewhere in his illustrious 11-job offer career, he stopped this and he can go blow himself. That's what he does. Ted Silvio never can get up for the big one. Something, there's going to be plenty of big ones, though, buddy. I mean, with Baker out there and with some additional help on this team and a better head coaching staff, I do believe that we'll be in a lot of big games. So we have that to look forward to. Roxanne's Dolls. I've been wondering about Cindy. Is this personal time? I don't know about that. I don't know what you've been wondering about Cindy for. But this is not the time and place. This is a sports program. Jim Farkas. The roughing the passer was bullshit. Yeah, we touched the crown of his helmet. But, but the thing is that everything seems to go the way of the home team. We've seen this over and over again. And the thing that makes this really difficult is if you can't even touch Lamar Jackson, you have no chance of stopping him. The Ravens had 7 plays of over 20 yards. That's according to Rick May. It's incredible, isn't it? No McDaniels. I'd like to stuff in a goddamn sewage system and drown him. Stephen Rose, my father has 13,000 questions. Yeah, I just have one. Why are we even considering Greg Williams? The second half is ready to begin. This game isn't over yet, folks. The game is not over. And I will say, as long as I got Baker Mayfield on my team, the game is not over. Thanks, everybody, for tuning into the halftime show. We'll be back after the game with the post-game show. Here we go, folks, as Greg Joseph kicks it off somewhere in the stadium. But, of course, it would never have gone through the goalposts if it would have meant points. We'll see ya after the game. Until then, hasta la vista, Pastor Heads. Bye-bye now.